Welcome back to round number 14 of my F1 2015-2014 career mode of Sauber. We're currently on a 6-race point scoring streak. Given the start of this season, I am shocked to be saying that, but we're on form, we're very much on form. But it's inevitably going to end because we're going to the Singapore Grand Prix this race. My favourite track on the calendar, and you'd think that my favourite track would mean decent points. I've got a very complicated relationship with Singapore, and by that I mean I consistently show strong pace, but either through fault of the game or fault of myself, it never goes to plan. So we're going into this one on fine form. Let's see how it ends. I'll be honest, qualifying was it was concerning because at the end of Q1 I currently sit P15. Which isn't good at all, and despite this being my strongest track, I didn't have pace. We go up to P11 at the end of Q1, we get through to Q2, but that's not what I expected. I was really expecting another Monaco performance here, and we're back to normality. As always, we go through to Q2 as the lone Sauber. And given my performance in Q1, I was not feeling optimistic for this at all, and quite right, because we currently sit P14 at the end of Q2. This is my final lap in qualifying, and it's not going to be enough. I end up cutting the final corner, but we're just going to gloss over that. I don't improve anyway. My strongest track on the calendar, we're P14. I've just got to hope that my race pace is considerably better.
The lights are on and shining brightly here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit for the start of the Singapore Grand Prix. Nico Rosberg doesn't have to shout about his chances of winning the race. He did his talking on the track and grabbed pole position when it mattered yesterday. He's got to be odds on for victory today.
He was driving on another level yesterday, so it wouldn't be a surprise if he just pulls away from the field and is untouchable. But as we know, anything can happen in Formula 1, so we'll just have to wait and see.
It really is tight in the battle to become Drivers' World Champion. It's the two Mercedes teammates, Lewis.
The strategy admittedly doesn't look too inviting. I'm pretty confident I end up going for a 2-stop. I can't remember the specifics at all, but we'll be going 1 stop less than this, as always. But here we go, on the grid for the Singapore Grand Prix, we're going for 7 consecutive points finishes in a row, 5 lights. Lights out, and away we go. Cue the shocking start. It's not as bad as Belgium, to be fair. Grosjean gets a good start and goes right to the side of me. Breaks his wing immediately, and you know what? I'm actually going to say that's not my fault at all. That's just once again, this stupid AI being 2015 AI. Through turn number 5, we've held on to P14, despite Grosjean attempting to kill me into turn 1. We're slightly far back from Kvyat, more so than I'd like, but we're of course in between the two Toro Rossos. Where else would we be? Close on to the back of Kvyat through turn number 7, into turn number 8 we're going to dive us inside, take P13 away from him, and we're going to have to try and make the most of this opening lap. The cars are going slowly, we've got Magnussen and Raikkonen ahead going side by side. Hopefully they hold up the 2 Force Indias and we can just sneak past them. Obviously, as we head into turn number 10, it's quite difficult to overtake, especially when there's a sideways Magnussen blocking half the track. We hit the back of Sergio Perez, don't get any damage from it luckily. Up into P12 we go, but now we're quite a way off the top 10. I guess thank you Magnussen and Raikkonen for dicking about on the opening lap, but in a way it has screwed me quite a bit. Jumping to lap number 4, this race was very similar to Germany, where I was quick in the corners, but down the straights compared to the Mercedes powered Force Indias, I just couldn't do anything. I was stuck just following these guys, especially with the fact that Perez had DRS on Hulkenberg. They would just drive away from me down the straights, and then, as you can see, through sector 3 I was basically just pushing them through the corners. I did feel like if I could get past them I could pull away, but I had to really pick my moment when I was going to overtake them. Obviously, coming on to the pit straight, you can see right behind Sergio Perez, and the second we get to a straight, he just drives away from me. It's been the story this entire season. It's not going to change in Singapore. For a couple more laps at least, we're just going to have to stay behind this Force India because, well, the only places to overtake, we're significantly slower than them. I genuinely don't think, as viewers, you'll quite understand the pain of putting it into rich mix, being within slipstream, having DRS open and still watching the car ahead just effortlessly drive away from you. On to lap number 5, going through the final complex of corners again. Once again, we're just pushing Perez through these corners, and this time around he is going to come into the pit. His tyres are absolutely shot within 5 laps, which is good for me. It means they're going to be going for a 3 stop, maybe even a 4 stop if they're stupid. And as we head down towards turn number 1, it means we're going to be up in P7. A lot of the cars going for at least 3 stops, which is exactly what we want to see. We're now right behind Nico Hülkenberg. You'd think that he doesn't have DRS, so I should at least be challenging him down towards turn number 7. I'm not even going to try and hype up a potential move. He's already fucked off. But judging by how slow he was going through sector 3 at the end of the lap, I'm going to guess he's pitting this lap because Jesus Christ, Hülkenberg, my tyres aren't the best, but I'm not going this slow. He does pull into the pit at the end of lap number 6. Coming on to lap number 7, my favourite lap at Singapore. We're going to be up into P4 as we head down towards turn number 1, missing the apex spectacularly, side by side with Hamilton through turn number 3. And for some reason I'm challenging the Mercedes. There's no point because we've got a straight coming up. We're going to be side by side through turn number 5. And then Hamilton's yeah. At the end of lap number 7, my tyres definitely weren't shot, but I thought one more lap and they most likely will be. That's a questionable pit entry, but at the end of lap number 7, from P4 we come into the pit for a set of, I want to say the prime tyres? Maybe? Yep, I'm desperately trying to think of my plan here. I think my plan was just to take these primes as long as they would go, and then work the rest out later. It was a very Ferrari strategy, very fuck around and find out. But rejoining the race, we come out in P15 behind Nico Hülkenberg, so we've not actually lost any time at all. We are just ahead of Kvyat, who is challenging me down towards turn number 5. That's terrifying. I'm sure he's going to cruise past me down this straight because it's a Ferrari powered Sauber compared to a Renault engine, which apparently, compared to the Ferrari engine, is just insane. We're going to be side by side into turn number 7. We're just going to track extend to hold position because I really don't want to deal with this guy right now. I've got a strategy I'm trying to make work. I can't be dealing with Toro Rossos right now, especially when they're most likely going to take me out. But it seems Kvyat doesn't want to listen. Heading down towards turn number 10, we're going to be side by side again. He has the inside line. Am I just going to take him out? There's a high chance of it, actually. No, we've actually kept it clean. That's... I would have put money on me just taking him out if he's going to stick his nose in somewhere, but we've held on to P15. We've now dramatically lost out. Oh, it's both Toro Rossos. Oh, fantastic. Oh, my favourite pairing. Well, we've lost out to Hülkenberg massively. I'm now going to have to wait for his tyres to die before I can catch him on these tyres. Well, at least I should have had to wait for the cars ahead to lose their tyres, but for some reason, a lot of people had started on prime tyres and were going for, I presume, a 3-stop. And those slower cars were just getting in the way of every single person. So, come lap number 9, Maldonado has held up Hülkenberg incredibly, thank you so much. Hopefully he doesn't hold up me. If I can get through these guys quickly, I can very much get back in this race. A few cars are starting to pit for their second stop, so you can see I'm up into P13. I really need to get past Maldonado now. I do not want to be stuck behind him. Hülkenberg's pulling away. We're going to go up the inside of turn number 10. Side by side with the Lotus. Through turn number 11.
The track is clear. Green flag.
It's Maldonado. I've got plausible deniability that it's Maldonado's fault. He doesn't have the reputation to claim that was his corner. Moving on. Oh, apparently we're not moving on. Oh, we've got a replay. Okay. On board of Maldonado. Through turn 10. Through 11. I mean, he completely cuts the corner and goes into the side of me. And he collects a Toro Rosso. It's absolutely disgraceful driving from the Sauber. I mean, Lotus.
It's a close one. It is a close one, isn't it?
Before any of you go to the comments to slate me, it's Maldonado. Do you really care? Thanks to that creative driving, we've built a gap between myself and Kvyat. We're now right behind Sergio Perez, and by the looks of it, his tyres are definitely off. I'm guessing he's coming into the pit at the end of this lap. He is unbelievably slow through the third sector. Unfortunately, you can't really overtake through this sector. But coming out of turn 21, I imagine he's going to come into the pit, and yes he does. Up into P11 we go. We've still not really beaten these Force Indias. They're still... I don't really know. I think I'm racing them. I think with my different strategy, I may jump them eventually, but for now, they're very much outpacing me, annoyingly. We're up into P9, and at the end of lap number 12, I'm going to guess it's Hokumo's turn to pit. That's normally the strategy the Force Indias choose. Yes, it is. Hokumo comes into the pit. I'm going to assume a few more cars are coming to the pit, so as we come on to lap number 13, we're up into P8. Any more positions? P7, P6. Okay, I think I'm a net P6. Don't quote me on that, but if we can make the strategy work and I don't bottle it, I think we could be on for another strong finish. Obviously it's a Singapore, so let's just hold out for when I bottle it. I end up stretching this stint to lap number 19. I believe I come into the pit at the end of lap number 19. We're still P6, actually up into P5 thanks to pit stops. Any more? P4. Only just ahead of, I think it was the 2 Red Bulls I passed in the pit. I don't expect that to last. Oh, it's Raikkonen and Vettel who are directly behind me. This straight is going to be so much fun. But we currently sit at P4, making our stop at the end of this lap. Please don't tell me I fight these cars. There's absolutely no point. Raikkonen cruises past me. Kind of demoralising given he has the same engine as me. Down to P5 we go, but we're still in a very strong position. My tyres are very much screaming at this point, but I'm pretty sure all the cars around me still had one stop to make, so I think this is for net position. I think I'm currently P5. P6. I ended up stretching this stint out for just one more lap. I can't remember why. I guess it was just so I had better tyres at the end. We're back up into P5 after someone else has made a pit stop. Don't ask me who, I wasn't paying attention. But it would turn out that on lap number 20, something incredible happened. We've got yellow flags ahead into turn number 18 because Raikkonen, Hamilton, Chilton, Kobayashi, Vettel and Rosberg have all had a panic attack in the third sector. And just like that, we go from P5 to P2. Now if there were safety cars in this game, I would be in an unbelievable position. Obviously that's not a feature. But regardless, at the end of lap number 20, we're going to come into the pit from P2 on track. We're going to put on another set of the prime tyres, go into the end, and you'll see in the top left-hand corner, quite a few cars have retired, or more specifically, been disqualified. We're going to come out in a very respectable P8. I believe all the cars around me still have to stop again anyway. And after the chaos that happened at turn 18, I'm pretty confident in saying I'm net P2. But before we go any further, we need to see what the hell happened at turn 18. Well, it's actually Chilton that's the cause. He sidepod glitches Rosberg, and then Rosberg just, I don't know, he just sort of gives up. He collects Ericsson, Sutil somehow gets through. I'll be honest, I don't really know how to commentate this. It's probably best I just show you. I just play it and show you.
Don't tell me the gap anymore. Box Cabo in this lap. The front wing is damaged. Come on, get these 2 cars out of the way.
I don't know. This is just F1 2015 AI. What better advertisement than this? Back to the race though, we're on fresh tyres now. It's now time to make up positions thanks to pit stops. From P8 we go up to P7 and past Kimi Raikkonen. At the end of lap number 23 we're lapping Romain Grosjean, but more importantly that P7 is going to become P6. Nope, it's going to become P5. We're in the top 5. Jump to the end of lap number 24, we currently sit P5. More pit stops are coming. Where is it going to put us now? Crossing the line onto lap number 25, up to P4, past Valtteri Bottas, P3, P2 as we go into turn number 1, ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. But it's not going to stop there. at the end lap number 25. Vettel makes his last stop, so we're going to be leading the Singapore Grand Prix. And coming on to lap number 26, 6 laps to go. Ricciardo is directly behind me. We're going to have to fight if we want this race win, and I'll be honest, I really wanted this race win. I may never get a chance to win again. I've already fucked it. I've already fucked it. Get out of the way. Okay, well that was a short-lived battle for P1. Let's take a look at it. Coming into turn number 1, obviously we're ahead of Ricciardo. He's going to come at me, down towards turn number 5. He goes to the inside, I go defensive. I mean, to be fair, from Ricciardo's point of view, it looks a lot worse for him than it does for me. However, from my point of view, that's fucking disgusting from me.
It's a close one. It is a close one, innit?
So I'll add this to the Singapore bottles. Apparently my mental block goes into career mode now. I look forward to 2016. We'll try again. After completing a lap with a broken wing, we come into the pit at in lap number 26. Put on a set of the option tyres. The pit crew's really taking their time with it. No rush at all. It's not like we're just slowly falling down the order and out of the points. You know, I really don't know why I'm in any position to slag off the pit crew, actually. With hindsight, this is a real therapy session for me. Really reflecting on how shit I am at F1. The rest of my race consisted of me very angrily driving around Singapore. We actually managed to catch onto the back of Jean-Eric Vergne for P7. Unfortunately, we won't be overtaking him because we're now entering Sector 3, the sector where overtaking it's basically illegal. We are going to finish in the points. We're going to continue our point scoring streak. We're going to get P8. It could have been more. It could have been so much more. It should have been at least a podium. I don't think I could have got the win. I wasn't holding Ricciardo back. Let's be realistic here. We're going to come home in P8 for the Singapore Grand Prix. I mean, it went better than Monaco. Why is he happy now? So after that chaotic Singapore Grand Prix, which once again saw me throw away massive points, I'll throw it in the vault with Monaco as a race we'll never talk about again. Fernando Alonso wins the Singapore Grand Prix ahead of Valtteri Bottas, Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, Felipe Massa, Jenson Button, Jean-Eric Vergne, myself in a devastating P8. Nico Hülkenberg was somehow not able to capitalise on any of the drama, despite finishing ahead of both Mercedes and Ricciardo. I don't know how he's only P9. And Kvyat comes home for the final points playing position. Fun fact, that is Kvyat's first point of the season. That means in the Drivers' Championship, once again, the Mercedes are still 7 points apart because they can't finish 1-2 anymore. The only change at the top is Fernando Alonso jumping Daniel Ricciardo, deservedly so. Now we could already very easily be ahead of Kevin Magnussen in the standings, but apparently my content mind thought no, it's got to be a slow build up until the end of the season. So we only close up 4 points to Kevin Magnussen. We're now within 6 points of him. In the Constructors' Championship, nothing's changed. There's the standings, so you can look for yourself. I'd just like to make it clear to round off this video, I won't be taking any questions in the comment section. I've got a flight to catch to Japan. I need to get out of Singapore as quickly as humanly possible.